Is it TracyVA?
Hello, we are back again on the Tracy VA show, the Tracy VA talk show. And today with my special guest, his name is Chef Sean. Chef Sean, we
What's
got
up?
Chef Sean in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So, Chef Sean has been in the game since he was 12 years old, acting, rapping, and straight up hustling. He's Chicago born and now he's Hollywood living. And right now, the world is finally catching up. Now, welcome to the Tracy VA show, Chef Sean.
Nah, thank you for having me. What's happening?
So let's talk about it. Who is Chef Sean in your own words?
Chef Sean is a very driven person, good father. Um, you know, actually care a lot about people, humanity. Um, until you cross me. But yeah, now Chef Sean is a good person for the
Wow.
most part.
I feel like in this rap game, you don't really find good people. I know me. I consider myself a good person. Are you Aquarius, by the way?
Nah, I'm a Taurus.
Okay, you said the word humanitarian. Um, because that's like usually like a trait of mine. I find it's very hard being a good person navigating this music industry, and you've been in the industry for a long time. How have you been able to keep up being a good person?
Just really want to treat, just treat people how I want to be treated, and not making an excuse for when other people don't. I can't fall into the same lines as what I don't like. I have had my moments, but I try to correct them and better.
Wow. When I think of being a tourist, and when I think of moments, I, I have this thing where y'all get really aggressive, like y'all get kind of out of control. Like, would you say that's you?
No, I'm too laid back, but yeah, if I get to that point, yeah, it has come out before, but it's been a while.
Yeah, releasing
I
the
don't let
bull.
too much. I don't let too much get me that mad no more.
Hmm. Was that
Maybe
like
it's a
evolution? Like, do you feel like
yeah,
you evolved?
like a growing up thing. A coming of age. I don't know. I definitely don't have time for nonsense. Like if I can avoid it, I will.
I love that. Well, you've been in this game since you were 12 years old, landing a role alongside Forrest Whitaker. Is this true?
Yeah, yeah.
And Jada
Like
Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett, Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Um, there's a lot of Alan Payne. There's a lot of people in that movie. Eddie Griffin.
What movie is this? I don't. I know somebody's watching this right now. Like, come on now. But I have to tell people all the time, I am not a movie person.
All
So
right.
this is probably a really popular movie. But talk about it.
Jason's Lyric. There was a movie called Jason's Lyric, and
Hmm.
it was movie. Alan Payne was Jason, and Jada Pinkett was Lyric. It was a love story, like a dramatic love story about two people from the hood, Fifth Ward, Houston,
Okay.
and I played Jason as a child. And in the movie, I killed my father, which was Forrest Whitaker. You know,
Hmm. That sounds like a very important role.
yeah, yeah. Um,
I've
Yeah,
always.
I was throughout the movie, because like I was the young him, but he kept having flashbacks and visions all movie about the trauma that he went through as a child. So it kept bringing me back and bringing me back up. Yeah, but yeah, I had a ball actually filming that, hanging out with everybody.
I've always heard when people start off as child actors, they have a decline. We've seen so many stories of that coming out. Like, did you ever go through that difficult season where it's pretty relatable to like a lot of other child actors out there?
I mean, yeah, because like came out. Well, that wasn't my first role. I had landed There Are No Children Here with Oprah Winfrey, which was a made for TV movie. And then I did a TV episode of Missing Persons. And then I got Jason's Lyrics. So it was a building and the build up, and yeah, when I got say about 18, life started hitting, you know, so yeah, I can see. And then I was in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago, so it wasn't like I was out here in Hollywood. Living it up. I had to survive.
What part of
you know,
Chicago are you from?
I'm from 93rd and Rhodes. That's the South Side, but
Okay.
I grew up in near North Side by Cabrini Green.
So, like having to be in these films and going back to the South Side of Chicago, was that weird for you? Like, what was it like going back to like maybe like your friends and your family back home? Like, yo, yeah, I was just in this movie. Like, was that ever complicated?
Kind of, but not really, because I never really said nothing about it. I never told anyone. If it was a conversation about it, it was because somebody brought it up to me. Like, man, I seen you, but I never came up to nobody like, hey, I was in that movie, right? Uh,
Keep it up.
hey, I was in the movie. I just did a movie.
I
I
hear people like that. They always want to remind us, like, come on, it happened 30 years ago.
Yeah, nah. I had a girlfriend that off and on with, but we were real cool. But for about 6, 7 years, and I guess one Sunday she watched it on BET with her mother and had known me for years, and I never mentioned it to her. I figured, either she knew or she didn't. But the response from her coming to tell me was way better than like me saying, "Hey, I was in this movie." She saw it and couldn't believe it with her mama, and like, you never told me. Oh my God, like that's so cool. I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah, that was me. But I'm just kind of laid back like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why don't you tell people? Was it like that? This was just something fun you did on the side, or it was like a job to where you didn't feel like you needed to really tell people?
I just didn't want to put it in people's face or nothing, like coming off like I was bragging or I was, because I was still in the Lions Den. I was going to public school in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just different. Out in LA, it's a lot of kids, a lot of Nickelodeon kids, a lot of Disney kids, that have worked and like they're in an environment of it and they're around more friends that have done it. At that time, I think it was just me and Jason Weaver.
I was just about to say your story reminds me of Jason Weaver because he was living in Atlanta, but then he would be in these big films, but he would still go back to where he was from. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like his full time. I always just found that interesting when I was listening to your story. I was like, this sounds a lot like Jason
he,
Weaver.
Jason Weaver from Chicago too.
Oh,
We went to the same church.
yeah, I love Chicago. It's my favorite city in the world. I hate, how the news that comes out, frequently like with like gun violence and stuff, but it's such a beautiful city.
Yeah, and the city is is really nice, and one of the main things I miss about home is the food.
Oh,
We got some of the best food in Chicago.
what was your favorite spot? Like, put us on.
Honestly, on a everyday like kind of go to Portillo's, but
Mm.
I got so many spots. The Hat, um, uh, Jewtown. It's a place called Mr. J's where you go get a Dagwood.
Yeah.
Dagwood's a,
Yeah.
a, a bomb. Yeah, it's some spots out there. I can keep going. The Italian beef spots. The pizza. We got good pizza. But I like Italian Fiesta. I'm
Um,
not a deep. Everybody kind of puts like
Giordano.
a yeah. They quick to say deep dish. Giordano's. I hate Giordano's. To be honest, uh, I do.
Damn.
Uh,
Let me talking
Now,
about me over here. I love Giordano.
now because we got so much better pizza in Chicago than Giordano's, but they're like the staple. And their cheese is thick. Like I could show you. Like Illuminati's probably has, and Pizzeria Douay.
I
They
love
got some
the
real.
people though. They know
Yeah,
how
they
to.
got some great deep dish pieces. But if you want thin crust, which I like thin crust, I'm going to Italian Fiesta.
I just gotta say this. Anybody that eats thin crust pizza, we are not here, okay? Because I feel like when I eat thin crust pizza, I'm not getting the full experience. Like I feel like I'm eating air.
Yeah, hey, I can feel you on that. But try if you ever in Chicago, try Italian Fiesta.
Okay, I got you. You're the second person that told me that. So currently, where is Chicago? Is like Chicago still your heart, or is that something that's that's in the past and you don't go back to?
Oh no, I still got family in Chicago. Chicago's home, always will be. But like I just live in LA now, and I love LA. Don't get me wrong, I love my house. I got paintings that my daughter. Uh, you got to put these on the wall, So my daughters,
I love
they
it.
they got me busy out here, And I love the weather. I love the
Yeah.
women.
Do you ever feel like Chicago could ever be as rich as LA? When I say rich, like rich in like prosperity, I guess.
Mm, like amongst people because uh, I don't
Like
know. It seems
a Hollywood, like LA
Chicago got like
is.
this crab in the barrel type
Yeah.
feel, and then it's got like this triumphant feel because it's like two sided, and it may be like that everywhere, because you got the hood, you got a brighter look of the hood, like you got a part of the hood where the sun is shining, and then there's a part of the hood where it stays cloudy.
Yeah. I always wondered that. Like what would it take for Chicago to be like Los Angeles? But like you said, that crabs in a barrel, like I feel like I would just always hear stories like, oh, we can't really coexist because it's always like a division or people don't want to help people. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that's like for life, but for music and like the industry, it is a lot of like not help. People won't help, because they're too busy trying to help themselves, and I don't think I don't think they. A lot of people, we like LA has the resources to help.
Right.
Chicago doesn't really. So when they're at a point where they can try to help, they'll choose not to. Um,
It's so
very
interesting
easily.
when people are like that
Hey,
or a city is like that because they think that's helping them, but it kind of helps in the moment, but in the end, it doesn't really help anything.
I'm sorry. I have to tell him. Hey, if he does, tell him he has to go in my car just for right now. Okay. Uh, my
Yeah.
bad. What?
It's
Can you repeat that?
no problem. It's like when you keep withhold like resources, people think in the moment like this is like how I maintain my wealth. But then like 20 years later, they realize like, oh wait, if I would have been better off if I helped people. So I just kind of hate to see like history repeat itself like that, you know? Like yeah.
Yeah, nah. That's real true. I've helped a lot of people, and I think one of the main things about helping people is you can't be looking for nothing in return. You got to do it out your heart, pretty much, or just for whatever reasons you may be helping. It's got to stop and only stand there because if you're looking for something in return, you probably be let down a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I've helped some people that actually went on to do real big and great things, and the last thing they did was help me. When they could have, or never even tried to reach a hand out. So I feel like maybe it's competition. Maybe they've been wanting to beat me. And even when I was helping, their drive was, I can't wait to do better than this thing. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I feel like that's everywhere. That could be, I wouldn't put it as a Chicago thing. I could put it as just a people in general, and not all people, but a lot of people.
Yeah, I can admit I used to be somebody that had a scarce mentality. I think it just comes from childhood to where I would think like if I help somebody, that means I lose my opportunity. But I found when you help people, it's like you're making an investment, like you're really building a solid foundation to where if you even lost everything, you know you could go back to those people for help.
Yeah,
Yeah. But not everybody
real
knows
talk.
that though.
Yeah. Um, Unfortunately, like my pride, like it's one person that really did real good, and like this is a point where I was like, damn, I damn near wanted to go ask for some help, like help me back, but my pride wouldn't let me do it, and it actually was a good thing. It drove me harder, so
Yeah.
I just pressed the gas on all my issues.
Yeah, Chef Sean, like I said before we started this interview, I said I know you, but you don't know me. And the reason why I know you is because I believe your manager is from Philadelphia. He was working on Dash Radio, and I was making all these
Mhm.
connections like all across the U.S. and everything. And your name always popped up. He always championed you, and kept your name in rooms. You stayed relevant for so many years. Like, what's the sauce to that?
Man, just I would say just the work, steady working and not taking no for an answer, or not settling. Like if I come out with a good song, even if I thought it was good, I want to come out with a better one. So I kept pushing. I don't care how good it may be, I want to do a better one. So I don't know. I shout out to Brahma though, because we did that whole Dash Radio thing together. Was crazy. Yeah, that whole run was
So bad.
crazy. We used to pull up to my studio, special guests,
Uh,
and I had it kind of live up in there back there.
I remember just being like, the cartoon where the person's watching through the window, like I want to be a part of that. Like that's how I felt.
Yeah,
I had so much motion.
yeah, man, it was cool. It was cool. And then that whole time while we was recording them shows, I'm in the next room recording songs, and still working. But yeah, those were good times, man. Studio 10, shout out them too.
I feel like you're just like me. You kind of had a front row seat to the changes in the blog era and everything. Like you see, like podcasting taking over too. Like now, it's just everybody has a podcast, but back then it was like only a few of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and now it seems like my attention span, like I could watch a interview or a podcast faster than I could watch a whole movie now. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like that before. I wasn't interested, but like it's really like I'm drawn to it now.
Yeah.
But like we had that podcast, Dash Radio. We did the Ask a Rap Dude, and then everybody started doing a lot of content, So I honestly like to just be creative and just keep pushing. So and then when I see people jumping on or doing the same thing and heightening it and kind of taking it to different levels, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like a pioneer,
yeah, yeah.
like so I know currently you are promoting your song "My Girl" featuring Albie Shore Jr. I think
Yeah.
that was really dope because when I saw the name Albie Shore Jr., a lot of people be calling him juniors or something. They're not even a junior, but he's actually a junior.
Yeah, no, he's the junior. He's his first son.
How did it feel, making that song, and how did it come about?
Um, well, one me and Albie Shaw Jr. That's like my brother, man. We've been close since I got to California. And the funny part about the song and the story about me meeting him, I think it was like week two, maybe like the first or second week of me being in LA. I'm at this party, and I meet this girl, and we end up leaving the party together, and whole night, I slept with her, blah blah blah. Um, you know, but it was I had just met her, and it was kind of like that day, and but she was cool as hell, and we vibed, and very pretty girl. But
But,
um, the
but,
next day, went home, showered, blah blah blah. got ready for the next night, and ended up out at another. Like I was at an after party this time, and the girl comes walking in with Albie Short Jr. And they hugged up. And I was just with her the night before, and I was like, "Yo, that's Shorty." And I didn't know Albie Short at the time, but uh, when me and him had a second, when she went around, I was like, you just met her?" He said, "Yeah, I just met her just now."
Kelly the pit
So I
bull.
guess they had left a party, like a regular party, and came to the after hours. So he had just met her, kind of just like I did. And I let him know, "Well, yeah, I was with her last night."
Y'all should have just remixed.
It was a
Same
quick
girl,
remix.
Kelly.
Quick
Right.
remix. Remix. Yeah. Hey, but then, fast forward a year, now me and him, we like, real close homies. We see her walking to the club with another nigga.
She got a
And
lot.
now we together. We were together, so it was like, oh, there she go. Hey, we waved at her. Hey. But yeah, we've been cool since, man. Shout out I'll be sure Junior. So my girl kind of stems from like that. Like, bitches don't mean nothing to me. I just be no. You know, they won't get no love from me as long as, and now I'm talking to my girl, as long as you my girl. And so, all them won't get nothing if you my girl, because there's a lot of them out here like that.
I was
You know.
confused by the song because I was like, is it about different women or is it about the women? Like,
It's
it's
about my girl, but telling her like, don't be worried about me entertaining any of this shit in the street because they don't mean nothing to me. You do.
do you think she actually feels special if you're still entertaining other people in the street?
Uh,
Questions being answered.
hey, but I'm an entertainer. I'm supposed to entertain, right?
Performative, yeah, performative.
But okay. You see, it's how you word things. It's how you word things.
That's amazing. Well, I love the story. I'll be sure. It sounds like a very genuine story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was it like working with him? Like, tell me about it.
Well,
The music.
we got another song that we did called "Gone." Um, it's out. You can look it up if you want to later. But it was more of a real like cutesy love song. You know, she gonna miss me when I'm gone type. Like, kind of, but she loved me, I love her type thing. But and he was singing and doing this thing. It's always fun because, me and Al, we go out and we have fun. We entertain. we bring,
People together.
in his words, he'd call them baddies. We'll bring baddies to the studio or whatever it is, and have fun. But when we did this song, it was a few years after the other song, and we went in the studio. And usually, it's a lot of like bullshit and kind of playing around before we start doing and recording. He went right in and started. Well, I did my verse first, but he went right in and laid that hook. And I was proud of him because it wasn't like no nonsense. We just went in, went to work. I think the song was done in about an hour,
Okay.
45 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So
I,
and then I didn't write anything. I wrote it like at the mic.
okay. I think that's really dope. I know Al B. Shore Senior is a new Jack Swing royalty, and he's also someone who has been through a lot recently. Now, when you're working with his son, like, does that legacy, like that new Jack Swing legacy, like, do you feel it in the air when y'all work together?
Yeah, I could say so. Especially when Pops, Pops, that's my man. We don't hung out before, but Pops commented on our song, and Albie Shore Jr. said, "Man, he ain't never commented on none of my stuff." And he commented the hearts and the fire emojis and shared it. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. So, having him like with the cosign was dope. But yeah, he definitely like that whole Teddy Riley, New Jack Swing vibe. Yeah, I get that from him, but I'll be sure is more of a Bobby Brown type.
Mhm.
I'll be
Oh,
sure Jr. I mean,
yeah.
not
Okay.
not the pops. So I get the Bobby Brown vibe when I'm in the studio with Albie Shaw Jr.
I just had to ask because if I was a musician and I worked with somebody that's like the child of like this royalty, I would be like, like feeling the vibes like in the air, like just
Yeah,
feeling those.
now the vibes is crazy, but imagine the Bobby Brown vibes.
Mm,
Yeah,
prefer that actually. I prefer the Bobby Brown vibes.
yeah, the Bobby Brown vibes. We be having fun out in the street, but Bobby Brown, Bobby, without the mouth twist,
Tell me more. Go ahead, tell us.
without the mouth twist.
When it comes to dating, what do you think is the best city to find like like baddies or like whatever y'all call them? What
Um,
city got the baddest women in your opinion, and why?
who has them
Yes.
out of who between me and Al B?
Ooh, we could do that one too. Oh, let's
Oh, you
answer
talking
that.
about what city?
Yeah, what city?
Okay. What city? I like Miami, Houston, and LA.
Okay,
And
okay.
then New York. But I'm gonna say, like, honestly, I like New York women because they're aggressive.
I
You
was
know,
just about to say.
yeah, and they bad. You know what I'm saying? But um, they'll come take you down. They're like, hey, come here, come over here, let me talk to you. I'll be like, huh?
You be like,
Okay,
okay, I love that. Just
hold
had
on,
to
hold on,
have a little fun with that. Now,
hold on.
I also know you are into the weed industry. Okay, you got your cannabis brand, Legal Pothead, and I have actually really never smoked weed, but I want to ask you. There's a lot of cannabis brands out there. What makes yours different?
Um, Let me just stop you on that real quick because I did have a brand. It's called Legal Pothead, right? But the weed game slowed down a lot. So I still have my strand, but I've really been pushing the clothes more than the weed because of how the market kind of changed. So I kind of just like kind of stepped back because the money wasn't really unless you were it was kind of tricky right now, but it's building back up. So luckily I still have my strand, which is it's called Purple Pussy. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
and but it's a purple strand. It tastes amazing, and yeah, that's what it's called. They looking at me like, damn, that's the name. Yeah, official. And it's official. But like I said, we was about to open up a weed shop, and go fully clothing line and weed. But the market kind of went down, so we held up a little bit. But I haven't left, so
is the market
uh,
going down? Because I'm seeing a lot more people come out and say that they're trying to refrain from smoking weed. Is that the reason why the market's going down?
nah. I would say it's a group of people that started growing a lot of it and tried to gouge and take a lot of other people out and hit with some very low prices, and it fucked the whole market up. So
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I never smoked weed. I probably got high like twice. It just don't work with me. I don't know. It don't work.
yeah.
I have
Well,
my little phase. Yeah, I
well,
tried it. It didn't work.
all right. Well, to each his own. You know, I was just saying how I don't let a lot of shit bother me. Some good weed is one of the reasons why. You
Oh,
know,
really?
yeah, I smoke weed. The weed keeps things I don't even care. All right, unless it's some serious and I don't let people like just little things bother me. But if I haven't had no Something to smoke. I feel like everything bothering me. I get irritated, aggravated,
Really.
all of the above.
Every time, everybody that I know that smokes weed consistently, they really just be aggravated about nothing. I'll be like, calm down. I was like, it's gotta be that weed.
No, it's probably they ain't had none. They needed some.
Maybe I need to
calm
smoke.
your
I
calm
don't know.
your ass down. Go on, smoke this. Calm down, man. Nah,
Sometimes I feel like maybe I need to go smoke some. But I'm like, nah, let me go pick up some tequila.
yeah, and I'm a social drinker. I drink socially, but I don't need no alcohol to be honest.
When you got your weed, you all good in the hood.
Yeah, unless I'm like out and I'm with my friends and and we all having a drink and we toasting or something to something, like I don't need to like you're not gonna see me just drinking in the house.
Damn, that's
Like,
me.
yeah,
That's me. Cause I don't smoke weed, so I gotta have something.
yeah, yeah. That's why I say to each his own, I don't judge.
Okay, so music, acting, cannabis brands, and you've released 5 albums. How did you manage to do that your entire career? That takes a lot to release 5 albums, in your lifetime.
Yeah. Um, but shit, I feel like I'm behind. I should have 10, you know? Or at least working on 10. But but I do have like the movies, and I just did the music direction and production for um a documentary based on a music icon from Chicago. His name is George Dames.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, he's a big deal in Chicago, but we did his documentary, and I did the soundtrack. I did the scoring for the whole project. So I'm just keeping busy, man. Wearing, I don't care how many hats I gotta wear. I'm gonna wear them.
I love that. I love that. Sounds like you're very much a go-getter and very much a creative. When it comes to Chicago music, I gotta ask because I'm a big Chicago music fan. I recently did a Valet interview. I don't even know if you know who that is. I hope you do.
Who?
But Valet,
Valet? Yeah, Valley.
yeah, we recently did an interview together, and I was very much looking forward to it because he's one of my favorites. Now, who is your favorite out of Chicago?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay,
Kanye
we
by
got that.
far.
All right, yeah, we got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I feel like Ye's a goat. Like,
Yeah, by far the GOAT. I know he's controversial and he's saying some shit, but music wise, he's killing them.
I feel Kanye West could do no wrong ever because he's Kanye West and he's released music that has changed all of our lives. And he's changed
Yeah,
the entire music industry. I don't feel like Kanye West could never do like wrong.
yeah. He
No
could
matter
say
how
some wrong shit though, but he could say some wrong shit, but it don't really bother me because he the GOAT. Like he's definitely a GOAT, like you said.
yeah. So
Number two though, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but my because that's like he's way up here, Kanye. If you asking me somebody that nobody may not know about or just getting hip to, okay, Deezy, he's an artist from Chicago. He might be the my second favorite.
okay, I need to look into them. I know the lawnmower going out right now, but yeah, I need to look into them because I try to keep up. Something with Chicago artists that I always got to put out there is that they just always make that music that just turns the needle.
Yeah,
And I don't know if
yeah.
it's something in Lake Michigan or what, but all they do to you. Yeah. So, music, life, and family, they inspire you the most. On a hard day when nothing is working, which one of those pulls you back? Which one grounds you? Music, life, or family?
Oh, which one? Grounds me family.
Tell me about that.
I can show you. Come here. This is love. Say
Oh,
hey.
hi. I love kids.
Yeah, they ground me. This is Zaya. Say hi.
Hi.
Yep, these my babies.
Oh, they
Okay.
love you. I can tell.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my grounding right there, man. They keep me. They keep me on my toes, and they keep me grounded too.
Yeah,
Humble, you know. But
same.
yeah, and they keep growing and getting older. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to, you know,
But I'm sure you're
watch
showing them
out
that.
for these little boys.
Oh, uh oh. You prepared for that?
Yeah, I'm prepared. Are they? That's the question. I'm be opening the door like Martin and Will Smith. Reggie, I'm up the door like Reggie at the door.
So, but I'm sure you're teaching them creativity. Like you could be as creative as you want, whatever you want to do in this lifetime, you can. And I feel like you're a testament to that.
Yeah, yeah, I do, and like I even put them in the studio. They just I just was letting them see it. They wanted to hop in the booth. They did songs the whole like 5 hour session. I was like, damn. Yeah, but the creativeness and shit, painting, yeah, they definitely can do whatever they want to do, and I'm glad I can, support and encourage.
I love that. You know, with the industry that we're in, entertainment, it's very easy to lose yourself and not be grounded. You know, I see a lot of people that I came up with, and they just be on the clubs and like that's cool and all, but they don't have like that thing. And I love being a mother because it's like with everything I'm doing, I got that, that grounding. I feel like that's very important to have.
Substance, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Keeps you very centered. So before we close out, I have to go ahead and like ask the audience or whoever's watching. So if you're watching right now and you've been grinding for years and the world just hasn't caught up yet, Chef Sean, give them some advice. What advice would you give them for those that are grinding for years and the world just hasn't caught up yet?
Um, first bit of advice would be like if it's in your heart and this is what you really want to do, don't give up. Because the day you give up, the day after that could have been, or the week after that could have been your moment. You never know if you give up. So if it's in your heart, stay at it, and work at it, and it will pay off. Um, Other thing is believe in yourself. Don't don't fall victim to comments or somebody saying something. People. It's a lot of hate and a lot of jealousy floating around, and don't be weak and let that stop what you're doing. Let them say whatever they want, because who cares?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of people that they have a dream in their mind, but they can't even manifest it and bring it to life, and that
Nope, nope.
really
So
runs.
the only thing they can do is shit on yours, you know, and that shows how far they're gonna go. To me,
Absolutely. Chef Sean, is there anything else that you want to put out there that we could look forward to?
uh, yeah. Me and I'll be sure we're gonna do a joint EP together, and we're gonna stream the making of it.
We
So,
need same girl. We need the R. Kelly and Usher spin.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, same girl. You want us to remix
Yep.
it?
And if you're
Um,
watching right now, drop it in the comments. Drop a fire emoji if you want to see that remix.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun. Uh, that'd be fun. But yeah, we're definitely gonna stream the making of the album. And it's gonna be live, very entertaining. So when I do drop, I'm gonna let you know, via text, phone call, whatever, but before it happens so you can be ready for it. But I want everybody to tune in because it's gonna be fun and funny.
Yes. So this was real. This was a real relevant, resonant conversation. This is exactly what my talk show was built on. Make sure y'all go follow Chef Sean at the real Chef Sean. Go stream the way up. Stream My Girl featuring Al B. Shore Jr. And go
Yeah.
support real artistry and a real hustler. Chef Sean, thank you so much for being here.
And thank you for having me. Let me know when you want me back. I pull right up.
Hey, we in Atlanta now. By the way, if you're
Yeah.
watching us, we're back in the ATL. I need to get me a studio though.
I got family out there. My sister live out there. I got a few old flings too out there too. I'm single again, so I may
Oh,
be making my way back out there.
Congrats. How's single life treating you?
Um, it's fresh for me. It's brand new. So so I'm only about a month in, but it, I ain't nothing on my shoulders. I don't feel weighted down.
Wow, really?
Yeah, huh?
That's how bad the last relationship was?
Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna close that door because you don't even want to know what happened yesterday.
Oh, okay, you can
That's
whisper it to
another interview.
Okay, well, when you come to Atlanta, we gotta do a sit down, okay? And we're gonna
Yeah,
talk more about it. We're gonna talk all your I wanna hear all your relationship stories. Well,
okay,
guys, this is the Tracy VA talk show. Make sure you stay real, stay relevant, and stay resonating. Till next time, thank you so much, Chef Sean.
man. Thank you,
All right, thank you. See you guys in the next episode.
man. Heck yeah, I appreciate you. We gonna hit that line too when we out in Atlanta.
I'm excited. Hey.
All right.
Maybe one of your girls is cool. I don't know. Might make a new friend.
I know.
All
You
right, bye.
know, they all cool. It's been a while, so we all friends too. Like I ain't have no bad blood out there. They always calling, how you been? What you doing? When you coming out here? Now I can say I'll be out there soon.
I can't wait to hear these stories.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you tell Brahma I said bye and bye.
Say bye, love. Bye bye.
Bye.